Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the I Don't Know Running podcast, where we share our experiences that make running fun and sometimes not so fun. I'm Lewis, and I'm a self-admitted lazy ultra runner.
And I'm Mitch, and these sunglasses actually do suck.
They're not bad.
They don't look bad.
And for the price you paid, I would say they're amazing.
Brian almost gave his back.
What? Yeah, welcome, Brian.
Hey, Mitch made me do it.
Yeah, I guess so. Mitch is responsible for you wearing an awesome looking shirt.
You would like this shirt.
I actually would like that shirt.
You like ugly shirts.
No, we do want to talk about We Run This Beach marathon.
My gosh. And 10K. You could do, the 5K and marathon, or you could do the 10K and marathon. Any combination,
yeah.
You get a bigger medal. So we like bigger medals. We started out, we did the 10K on Saturday, so we had to get our packets in the morning. And I was thinking we're a mile from the start finish for the 10K.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, well, the parking lot's going to fill up. Not the case. We were there in plenty of time.
Oh.
So it was easy to get there and figure all that stuff out.
Hamburgers and refreshments. 4 minutes to the start. Go!
Let's get into the race.
The 10K.
Yeah.
We ran that. We did run it. I don't know. I mean, if you want to describe the course on that, it was basically just one loop around that big.
Oh, that was the loop
pond.
Yeah,
the
that was
first
just
loop.
the one loop around the big pond, and it was partly on a paved trail, partly on a road.
Okay. It's pretty simple,
But,
pretty easy
yeah.
to follow. Not very big, obviously. It's a pretty small race.
Not that hard.
5K, 10K all started together. The 5K had a turnaround point, and the 10K went the whole way around.
And a lot of boardwalk. I don't know if you'd like wood boardwalk. I don't know if you'd like that part or not. I didn't care for it.
It didn't bother me, but you complain about a lot of stuff.
I'm always worried I'm going to trip over a board. Or I'm not
A fan of
limber. I'm not limber.
Oh.
And I don't pick up my feet.
Yeah, shufflers probably get tripped on that.
So
Or can't.
I'm
Or
worried about that part. But I tried to push it. Brian.
On the 10K?
Yeah. So I'm like, and I ran a faster pace than I do on any training runs. I don't know where that came from. So I felt
Nice.
decent. And actually, and I'm talking about me, not Brian at this point. I actually placed in my age group. I was third in my age group.
Awesome. That's a win.
Yeah. Knowing I have to run the next day. Brian got first in his age group, right? You were what? 7th overall?
Yeah, I was first
nice.
in my age group. Yeah.
7th overall.
We both placed in the 10K race. Yeah.
Nice.
So again, I talked to everybody. So I'm talking to these, I don't know why I chose these girls to talk to. And
During the 10K?
After the 10K, we're talking to them. And then they're calling out names to go stand on the podium. And he goes up. And then it's my turn. They call my name out. And he stops talking to him. And I'll let you tell the story.
Well, I have my GoPro in my hand, so it's like, oh, wait a second, I gotta take a picture of Mitch. He never gets to go on the podium. So, and they're all laughing, and then he struggled to step up onto the podium.
I'm an old man.
Was it like a really tall podium?
Well, it was like the 3 boxes. The middle one's a
Oh.
little bit taller. So
Yeah.
it was a 2-foot step up, but there's no step in the middle. There's no handrail for them.
No, I need all that stuff. And then,
goodness.
because we got done and they had coolers full of beer and a food cart with burgers.
Yeah.
So we're sitting there drinking beer and
Eating burgers.
and eating burgers. I had to set my beer down to get up there, and I had to help myself up. So he's
Oh,
got
my
video
goodness.
of it. I think that.
I do need those handrails done.
I do. But that was my favorite part about the 10K. We were going to go to breakfast afterwards, but after we each ate like 3 burgers and a bunch of chips and drank a bunch of beer, it's like, I'm not hungry anymore.
Yeah, I'm sure.
What we both realized, though, and maybe we knew this before, is we're not beach people. Hey, when I walk out on the beach, not really. It's hot and sandy out there. What are you going to do? Look at the water? We don't care.
Hey, more important than that, we had to find something else to do the rest of the day in Gulf Shores.
Oh, true. Yeah.
So Mitch made me do it. We went to a car show.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, there were some cool
Nice
cars
car
there.
show.
I'm pointing out stuff, and he has no idea. I'm like, that's like my top 10. He's like, they're all your top 10. I'm like, well, that one's number 1 or 2. So there's a 69 Mustang sitting there that I was like, I like that.
That's true. I didn't think about that. I was just thinking, well, yeah, it's the end of the day. Go to bed and
No,
it was a 5K. It was early.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
the sun doesn't move very much during the course of a 5K. We still had the rest of the
Yeah.
day to figure out what to do.
10K. We did double.
10K.
Yeah.
Twice
Yeah,
that.
5K.
So yeah, let's jump into the marathon.
Yeah. So started an hour earlier. And again, I mean, we started off, there was not a chip start. Like there was no mat at the beginning, right? It was a mass start. I didn't see a mat.
I don't think there was a mat. The start finish of the marathon was a little different place. It was started on the other side of the street at a pavilion instead of a park.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go! Let's go, runners! Let's have a great weekend!
Finishes. The start's over here.
Oh, okay. So different finish from start.
Took a little bit to figure out, but you can just roll with it.
Yep.
Yeah, it started out, we're both like standing, like it was a little bit of a cluster to start. And we're both kind of like, oh, this isn't a good sign. Because you had to, and then you went down the road to start, and most of it's on trails, and they didn't close the road. And we've both done races like that where they don't close the road. Not a big fan of that because it's just a little nerve-wracking. So we kind of started off like that, and we crossed the road, and it's like, oh, I guess we're going, and there's no mat. So I'm waiting to start my watch. I'm like, I could have started it when they said go.
Oh, okay.
So it was just,
yeah,
just
gotcha.
that. But once you got off the road, it was fine.
Yep.
And it's a really squirrely course. Like if you try to follow the map, you almost have to do that. It's hard to follow, but I didn't have a problem following it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because they directed you well and it was marked out well. But yeah,
very few volunteers though, because again, a 3rd-year race, so there's only a couple people at each aid station, and a lot of times they might have one person trying to hand water.
Yeah,
you might have to grab your own water. So it's not going to be like a busy, like where you don't have to grab your water. It's just, you have to kind of set up that way.
and I mean, let's face it, it's not a huge marathon, 150, 60 people, between 150 and 200. I don't know exactly, but somewhere in that neighborhood. So it's not like it's super cramped as you're going through most aid stations, I would guess.
No, it wasn't bad.
Okay.
It's just,
Especially after you lose the half marathoners.
Oh, true. Yeah. Oh, true. Wait, I was just looking at marathoners. 160.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
There was-
yeah. So
There were more half marathoners than full marathoners.
that's
So
true. I
there
was just looking
quite
at
a few.
marathon numbers.
It was
Yeah.
a decent crowd running through there, because
Okay.
especially if they don't have signs to line up, people never line. I mean, pet peeve, they never line up where they should.
Anyway,
So
yeah.
you're a lot of zigzagging and short stepping to start.
Yep.
But we started off kind of running together too. And I'm not running that fast. I'm still coming.
Yeah.
Like
I'm good, thanks.
I feel like I'm getting better.
Yeah.
And we're running like a 9-minute pace. And he's like, "Is this a good pace?" I'm like, "No, I don't ever run this fast.
This is fast.
It's too
I wanted
fast."
to go slow the first 6-8 miles
Yeah,
or
because-
so. Apparently, I can't go slow enough for him.
Right.
So after 2 miles, I just stopped looking back.
Well, and I was gonna say you really don't care.
I just tried to stick at a decent pace. I was a 8.5 minute mile for quite a while, and around 16 or 17 miles, I just walked a little bit. I saw an actual living armadillo on the side of the road.
Oh, wow.
Not a road, but a living one.
Yeah.
And I just walked a little bit. So between 16 and 21 or so, things slowed down. And then the last few miles was more just a run, walk. There's so many little boardwalk bridges that we got to that a lot of times, okay, I'm just going to walk this until I get to the end of it. Not knowing that it was 3/4 of a mile
Yeah.
long. So
Oh,
I gave up a few minutes doing that, but I ran pretty fast the day before. And I think I was feeling that a little bit.
okay.
So I still got a good workout in, and that's what
Brian probably doesn't care about the 50 states like I do, but it's
Yeah.
another state. You don't have to kill yourself. If you do multiple marathons, you can't run them all fast. Like
Right.
you have to,
Yeah.
you got to pick and choose.
Yeah.
Because I was planning to hopefully be under 4 hours, and then I don't care if I'm under
Yeah.
4 hours. Who else cares? Nobody else cares what my
Right,
time is. So
right.
I just slowed down a little bit. Turn here. All right, thank you. But if he had actually caught up to me, I would have taken him down then. But
So it's like
True. Yeah. And so what was the weather on race day?
perfect.
Like
It got
60
warm.
or
warmed up like 20 degrees from the time we started. to
Oh,
the time
wow.
we finished.
from like,
So it was like 46 to 66
okay.
and sunny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
And we did have cover. Like there was shade
Yeah.
in a lot of places though. So it wasn't like you're in the full sun.
Oh,
I made
nice,
sure
nice,
I-
nice.
I think we both lathered up with sunblock because we live in
We're
Michigan
from
and
Michigan. Yeah.
Right. So what about parking? So, or just logistics, getting into the race, parking, getting
It's
out.
a big parking lot there, and if they would have the race a couple weeks later in the year, it'd be
there'd be no way.
a
a
mess.
mess with spring breakers. But
They said it starts next week already.
yeah, it was
Wow.
kind of felt like a ghost town at times and places.
Yeah.
So,
Which isn't bad, I suppose, when you're
Yeah.
just wanting to get in and get a marathon in. And I mean, it's kind of nice. You can go and explore that area and not have it be crazy congested.
I don't, again, we're jilted, like we're not beach people, but what's there to explore? You look at all the big buildings and the beach. Like, okay.
There's plenty of restaurants around, but
Well,
other
that's
than
what I
that,
mean. You can check
yeah.
out the restaurants. You can pick your restaurant because it's probably not packed.
But if you partake in all of the food that you can at the race, you don't have to
You
do
don't
that.
have to. Yeah.
I'm good at that.
So is this a race that you guys would do? And I don't want to say,
I would recommend it.
That's
I don't
what I
know.
mean.
I don't
That's
know
what
if
I
I'd
mean.
do it again just because of.
but
I
knowing
had
what
that
you
state.
know now, if you hadn't done the race, you would go and do it.
I would.
Yeah,
That's
and,
what I was-
and I'd recommend that people do their homework on it too.
Yeah. Well,
Read
I
the
was going to
program.
ask. I was going
Read
to
the
ask.
program.
The start and finish are not in the same spot, but did that throw you off?
The start and the finish are in the same spot, but the 10K and marathon are not.
Wait, what?
So the 5K, 10K, the first day is at a park, and it uses the same finish line as the start finish. You do a loop and you come back to the same one.
Gotcha.
But the marathon is at a different park.
Oh.
And in that parking lot, they have a different starting line and a different finish line.
Gotcha.
Well,
that's
yeah, and the
interesting.
cool part is that part you might not like too, but you got to go up the boardwalk and you go over the
More
you-
boardwalk.
You go over the highway there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
and
the
finish.
biggest overpass, the big overpass. It's the biggest hill in the whole race is the last.
50 feet.
Yeah.
It's
Gotcha.
flat. It's flat. So if you're looking
Yeah.
for a Boston qualifier, and you want to
Super
run
fast.
50 states, it's a good, it's kind of dead at that time as far as the tourism part, the weather. It's coolish.
I mean, it seems like a really relaxing race for as far as marathons go.
Mhm.
Easy to get in, easy to get out. Good food, good beer. I mean,
I like that part a lot.
a lot of positives or pros to this race.
And we went out to a really good seafood restaurant the Saturday night, got our no carbs in, but yeah, that was really good too.
It's a little hometown affair off the local marathon.
Anything else from the race you want to?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
As far as reading the program,
Oh, yeah.
like what they said at the beginning of the race, like I knew it from looking at the course map, how the full and the half run together.
Oh, yeah.
So I knew between 9 and 10, the half splits and goes a different direction. And they actually announced it at the beginning of the race.
Oh,
like,
no.
The full marathons, we followed pink, I think, and
Yeah.
the halves followed green.
9.7 for both, 9.7 miles for both half marathon and marathon. That is where the split is. Half marathon, you're what color? Green, thank you. You're going to go right. Okay, there's a sign there. Marathon, you will go straight. You can keep following the pink.
They had signs that said long course and short course.
Yeah. So,
with a color.
yeah. We get to the spot where it splits,
Yeah.
and I know what's going on.
Yeah.
The
Follow
half
pink.
marathoners turn right, and we go straight. And at that point, everybody's pretty stretched out because we already lost the half marathoners. And I'm looking up ahead, and guy caught up to a woman, and I see they're chatting just a little bit, and I'm kind of gaining up on them. And then we get to the aid station that's at about mile 13, and she freaks out.
No way.
Oh, I don't know what to do.
Shit, I missed it. I missed it. Oh my god.
The guy in the middle splitting them.
What do I do? I missed the split. What do I do?
Guess who was running the half?
Oh, my
Yeah.
goodness.
So the other guy was like, I guess you're running the full now. And like, I don't know what to help. Yeah. Like, there's an aid station right here, but
You can turn around and go back 3 miles, 4 miles.
yeah. And then continue on with the course.
Yeah.
I have no idea what she did, but
So you have
No.
a 17 miler, 17-mile half.
yeah. And I didn't quite catch all of it on the GoPro like I had hoped, but I know enough that she was wearing headphones, so she probably didn't hear anything.
Because there was a guy standing there telling you to, he was calling it out. Turn or go straight.
Oh, man.
And-
That's a bummer. But
The bib colors were all the same too.
That was
So-
weird to me. Like they were all the same. Because
yeah,
we
but
got-
for a small race, I mean, that makes sense. I mean, what are you going to, for, whatever,
If you're
two,
gonna
let's say
offer critiques
3
for anything, that would be one of them. That like
different color bibs.
Yeah, like if you are having somebody point directions, it's obvious.
Yeah, you could say, yeah.
I don't know. You read it. It was pretty clear. They announced it before. They had somebody
They told you
at
what
the
color?
spot. They
Yeah.
had the colors. There's only so much you can do. I mean, you do have to take some accountability on your own
It
to
should
like
be-
follow.
Yeah, she should have had to run the full at that point. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's the only way back.
Oh my goodness. doesn't sound like you got off course. It sounds like
No.
you ran the correct course. You didn't take a right when you were supposed to go straight.
I showed 26.3 at the finish line. So
That's
maybe
pretty decent. That's pretty decent.